Now I'm introducing you to another very important lady, and this lady's called Anna, and she also works in the Stitching Academy. So Anna, do you want to explain how we first met?
I came to a fashion open day and met you. Told me about the fashion industry here in Fashion and Fashion Capital. And then we had a little chat, and I told you about my experience. From that, we just,
we had to make it work. Yeah. I have to say,
and I love it here. I have to say that. Let me just say that.
When I met Anna, and she told me all the experience she's had, both machining, being a supervisor, working in the pressing, the fabrics, the cutting, the patterns, even hand-finished rolled hems on scarves. Yeah? Absolutely everything. Yeah. How could we not have employed Anna to work with the Stitching Academy, both the level 1 and the level 2? And in addition, we've just decided, because Anna's absolutely excelled, that you're going on the assessor's course, aren't you?
Yes, I am. I'm so excited.
You've done really well.
Yeah,
doing
and
really
I love
well.
it here. I do just so much.
Let me just introduce you to the team at the Fashion Technology Academy, and we have the Stitching Academy here. This is May. This is a remarkable lady because for 8 years May worked next door. We wanted May to be a supervisor because before she's run her own factories. She's a very talented lady. She seems to know a lot about everything. Would you not say?
Yes.
Very talented technician.
Very often.
Marilyn, who is the senior lecturer and assessor that works in the Stitching Academy level 1 and level 2. And you've worked with us for nearly 3 years now?
It's over 3 years.
Is it over 3 years?
It is. 3 years and
Time
3
flies
months.
when you're enjoying yourself. Actually, when I first met Marilyn, we didn't advertise for this job. Marilyn found us on the internet through fashioncapital.co.uk, bowled me over in an interview. She was just full of life. She had to work here, and I loved that about Marilyn. It was just quite unusual, wasn't it? You know, we've probably had a good laugh ever since, haven't we? We've really enjoyed it, and she's grown the department up.
Absolutely, yes. They are coming out here with very good skills they never thought they would actually ever achieve.
Yes.
And that is very pleasing.
And you should be very proud of your achievements.
So it's been a lot of hard work, but obviously with teamwork and having good colleagues, that helps.
So onwards and upwards for next year.
Yes.
Resource Centre, and this is the place where we can see the garment life cycle, and it also relates to all the different units that we do, as well as the different types of jobs there are in the industry. And I have the pleasure of introducing you to Jo Price, who is our senior lecturer and doing apprenticeships.
Hi.
So Jo, how did we first meet?
We met about between 10 and 12 years ago, and we did a project based on the little black dress with my students.
We did. It was a big success.
It was a big success, and they sold them in a little pop-up shop you created at Barking Town Centre in Vicarage Field.
Yeah.
And it was a really good project. The students really made some lovely dresses.
Yeah.
Really nice.
This was the time we were working for government with the London Fashion Forum, and I was so impressed with Jo, her can-do attitude, respect that she got from the students, and so knowledgeable, both from industry practices, as in best standards and practices, as well as competency of being a really good teacher. So it's taken me 12 years to get her.
And here
12 years.
Here I am, finally.
Yeah, and it is actually a pleasure to work with Jo. And next year we're very excited because we'll be working with the Savile Row Bespoke team. We'll be doing the level 5 apprenticeship.
Looking forward to that.
Yeah, it'll be excellent.
A bit of tailoring.
So we're now into the Perfect Patterns room, where we have two wonderful lecturers. We have Dawn and we have Juliet.
Hi, I'm Dawn Foxall.
And Dawn, explain how we first met.
I brought a group of teachers here to look at the factory, and you showed them around.
I did, and I was so impressed with the knowledge that Dawn had with regards to the patterns and actually the whole process that I thought, right, we have to work together. And we started the Perfect Patterns course. We had to write the qualification for the level 1 and the level 2. And you work perfectly as a team together, don't you? It's been ever so successful.
We work really well together. I think it's not even like chalk and cheese. We do actually complement everything that we do. She's got knowledge in one area and I've got knowledge in another area, and we have an overall a lot of experience in the industry. So we're able to impart a lot of this experience to our students.
Those skills will pay the bills.
Absolutely. All the skills that the students learn are relevant to the industry.
And we're just going to be going into grading next year as well, and we're looking at a level 5 in bespoke tailoring too.
Fantastic.
reception, and we have the best receptionist and actually an administrator as well. And this is Dan. Dan is from Hungary, and he is actually, I would say, a ball of fun. He's great to be with. Do you enjoy your job, Dan?
Very much so, thank you.
No 2 days are ever the same, are they, Dan?
Indeed.
So Dan really does coordinate so much for us. He works on the learner files.
Sounds like fun.
But actually, to be fair to Dan and also Esme the manager, we're all ready, we're all prepared, and it's all systems go. Now you may have seen Josephine on earlier videos, because you did a video with Rodney, didn't you?
I did,
before?
yeah.
That was when Josephine was actually in the level 1 Stitching Academy. So what have you been doing since then, Josephine?
So after I did the level 1 Stitching Academy, I went on to do the level 2, which I thoroughly enjoyed.
Ruzzled and shined.
And then I was lucky enough to be offered the apprenticeship role, which is just been amazing because I've learnt so much more than I could ever imagine, things I didn't expect. It's really, really interesting, and I get a real feel of how to run a company, all the things that are involved, as well as the creative side, you know, putting the garments together. It's just so much to learn, both in fashion studio and just in the fabric studio as well.
So Josephine just excelled when she was doing her courses at level 1 and level 2. And I think when somebody has got that commitment and dedication, how can you not reward them? It's true, isn't it?
I've been really lucky to...
No, not lucky. You made it work.
Thank you very much.
You did, you made it work. And we're very proud of Josephine.
Thank you very much.
I'd now like to introduce you to Andres, who's our head of education. I worked with Andres about 3 years ago, and I was incredibly impressed with his immaculate attention to detail. So we worked together in a different capacity then, whereby we were a subcontractor, and he pulled our standards up, didn't you, Andres? Right?
Yeah, it was a really good experience of working together from that point. Being able to look at where the Fashion Technology Academy was and how we could improve the standards and utilize and maximize the resources that were in place.
And Andres takes no prisoners. Isn't that
That's
true?
for sure. Yeah.
It's so true. So it's not just about the education, is it? It's not just about the retention figures or the completion figures. It's everything. It's quality assurance all the way through.
Yeah, I think what we have in mind always is putting the learner at the center of everything that we do and making sure that we can empower them and fulfill all their wishes and aspirations so that they can progress in their lives and their careers.
Absolutely. Teaching is only one part of the equation at the Fashion Technology Academy. What is equally as important is our standards of quality assurance and actually having a fantastic operations team. So I'd like to introduce you to Esme, who works as our head of operations. Hello. So how long have you been doing this type of work for?
Well, I've been working as a centre exams manager in the past, and decided to come to Fashion Enter because I wanted a challenge.
Such a good decision, Esme. Such a good decision.
So yes, and I've been able to pick up on experiences that I've had from my previous job role and incorporate it into this new one. And also it's helpful and it worked wonders, and I cannot stop learning every day.
I have to say I'm very proud of Esme, because it's not easy doing operations, is it? You know, just think of all the paperwork, the compliance for ABC awards with Ofsted, ESFA. You know, but she never once gives up, do you? You are so diligent. She's so meticulous attention to detail. I love this woman. I love this woman. She's so good. So I just wanted to formally say, well done, Esme, for doing such a fantastic job. And when you come and see us, then come and ask for Esme.